What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Cameron, back at it again with a Call of Duty video. And in today's video, man, we're going to be putting every single Call of Duty ever made into the tier system. A lot of people are doing that, and it goes from amazing to good, to great, to good, to average, to disappointing, to trash. And I'm going to be starting from the very backhand, bro. From Finest Hour. I didn't play the original Call of Duty, but I played Finest Hour, and that was a lot of people's first Call of Duty game who played on console, and I know that was my first Call of Duty game, because a lot of these motherfuckers who are on COD OGs are starting from COD 4, and I guarantee these kids didn't play COD 4, they just play remastered. It's different, man. It's different. Don't be disrespecting us OGs like that. With that all being said, man, let's jump up into God damn, what the fuck was that? Let's jump up into the video and discuss why I rank these, where I rank these. That all being said, it's your boy Cameron. Let's jump up into it. Starting with the trash tier, we're just gonna get into the nitty gritty. A lot of people are starting from amazing up, but nah, we're starting with the trash tier. Alright, number one in the trash tier is Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare, in my opinion, was a trash-ass game. It had so many balancing issues. There was the BAL-27 that was the most powerful gun in the game, and it was the first gun you unlocked. Sledgehammer has a problem with balancing. Alright, they really do. And then you had the variant system for the weapons, which added, different stats on the weapons. They gave them more damage, more range, more stability. Stuff like that, which was hella pay to win, because a lot of people just just bought hella supply drops to get the best variants for the best guns. And that's not Call of Duty. You have to grind and be good to get the best guns, not just buy fucking supply drops to get the best guns. I hated the variant system. It was scummy as hell. And then you had a trash-ass zombies game mode, which is terrible. The zombies was the worst zombies we've ever seen in any Call of Duty game. It was garbage. The maps were garbage. The guns were garbage. The zombie types were annoying and garbage, especially the one that got rid of your exosuit. And still talking about the exosuits, those were garbage. And you had those little exo abilities that didn't really do shit and didn't do anything to the game mode. And to add insult to injury, you had garbage streaks. Alright? You had really bad streaks that were customizable, which was a good idea at the time, but nobody liked it because the base streaks were trash. And I hated that. And then, jumping into the next trash Call of Duty, you have Infinite Warfare. This game is terrible. It has the same garbage variant system. And even though, you got Specialists from Black Ops 3, you have a way better supply drop system, probably the best supply drop system we've seen in a Call of Duty, in my opinion, because you can just get the in-game currency pretty easily, which is the keys, and just open that. And so there's not really a big problem there, but I hated the variants because one gun is way more powerful than the other, and it's kind of pay to win, and I do not like pay to win. You should grind for those weapons and be good at those weapons, and the Specialists are just kind of lame, in my opinion. They don't have any cool, sayings like they do in Black Ops 3 and 4, or they're just not unique. They're just really boring and lame. They don't even say anything. And the maps are weird. The setting in both of these games is awful. It's not grounded in reality. It's whack. The setting is terrible. I hate future Star Wars action. I don't like that. I work for Star Wars, not Call of Duty. Alright? Keep that shit out of COD. And it's just a boring version of Black Ops 3. Let's be honest here. It didn't really add anything onto Black Ops 3 instead of a way better supply drop system and zombies. The zombies is decent. I'll give them that. I like the zombies mode in this game. I'm probably stand alone there. But I like the zombies mode. It's fun. I had some fun with it, but this game just sucks. This game is just really, really bad. And that concludes the trash tier. And now we'll jump up into the disappointing. And now we're into the disappointing tier. The disappointing tier, to jumpstart it, we have Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 has been a colossal disappointment. You have the Black Ops Pass, which just reams the fuck out of players, and you only have 4 maps since the game launched. You have these events that are nowhere near as good as World War II's events, and they're kind of meh. You have this battle pass system, which is complete fucking trash. It makes you grind 100 hours to get all the rewards without paying. And it's so anti-consumer that this is the reason it's on the disappointing list. The gameplay is fine. I don't hate the gameplay. The gameplay is cool. You know, the zombies is interesting. It's really strayed a lot away from what zombies originally was, but I don't really have any problem with the maps. Instead, they're a bit grindy at times, but who really cares? It's zombies. It's always going to be fun if you just want to hop on a game and kill zombies. And it's really not that hard to just look up a guide. I understand, because some like COD OGs, like, they just complain all the fucking time. They're always like, oh my god, it's not zombies. Zombies are so complicated now. Like, dude, it's really not. It's been the same shit from There East. You just go boom, boom, boom. The one thing that sucks about zombies is they don't have Juggernog. If Juggernog was still in the game, it would be pretty badass, but it's not, so they fucked it up. And the zombies maps look very unique, so that's why I really like them. The uniqueness is cool, but, you know, the lack of content and the shitty Battle Royale mode is what puts it on the disappointing list. Excuse me. And another one on the disappointing list is COD 3. Call of Duty 3 was such a disappointment to fans, man. I remember people hated this game. Like, before Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare came out, this was the COD game that people hated. It did not feel like a COD game at all. This game was a Battlefield game. 120%. This game was a Battlefield game. It had select classes, which had select guns, and you could drive tanks. The maps were fucking huge, and everything like that. This game was a Battlefield game. The campaign was uninspired and boring. And this was when people were just getting fatigued with World War II games, because they were all the same shit all the time. I honestly did not like this game all that much, just because it was just a stray from COD's formula. Just the always very, very Battlefield-esque class system, shit like that. The tanks, which were dope. The maps were dope. It's just the gameplay was kind of meh. And in my opinion, the graphics in this game are worse than Call of Duty 2's graphics, which is weird. But yeah. And the next one we're jumping onto, which on the disappointing list, is Ghosts. COD Ghosts is very, very disappointing. You're coming off Black Ops 2, which is one of the best Call of Duties ever, and you're jumping into Ghosts. Ghosts was fucking terrible, okay? It wasn't terrible, but at launch, it was fucking terrible. You know, you have terrible maps, and that's the reason Ghosts is on the disappointing list. Because it's, the hit detection in this game is great. The hit detection is amazing. Probably the best hit detection in the series. But then you have shit like these garbage maps. Extinction mode is alright, but it's not better than zombies. Won't even eclipse zombies. It's just very average, you know? It's a very average mode. I had fun with it, but I won't be like, damn, Extinction is amazing. You know, it's like cool. And the guns are alright. There wasn't really that many guns that I really, really loved in this game. And the kill streaks were trash. The kill streaks were terrible. At launch, this game was a wreck. If it wasn't for the fantastic DLC, this would be in the trash category. But the DLC was fantastic. You had the Michael Myers thing, the Predator DLC. Like, it was super badass. I really, really enjoyed the DLC in this game. But yeah, we're moving on to the average tier now. And in the average tier, to kick it off, we have the one and only Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is very average. The campaign is fucking weird and balls to the wall crazy, and I did not like it. The campaign was really bad. You have the guy from Law and Order infecting people's minds with bullshit and stuff like that. And it was just like some Inception type shit. Like, the guy just watched Inception and was like, alright, that's gonna be our game. Let's do it. And then that was that. And the zombies was great. Black Ops 3 has probably one of the best zombies ever. I really love the zombies, the customization. The fucking maps were fantastic for zombies. It's up there. It had way better zombies than Black Ops 2, even in my opinion. I really liked Black Ops 3 Zombies mode. It was fantastic. It's not as bad as Black Ops 4's, but it's good. I really like the Zombies mode here. The multiplayer is where we go, alright, this is a problem. And that was because of the game-breaking microtransaction system. The game-breaking microtransaction system is trash. The microtransaction system in this game is the worst one we've ever seen in Call of Duty. Ever. Alright? It's really, really bad. You need to understand how bad this microtransaction system is. It's so pay to win. It's so hard to get the DLC weapons that I don't even have any of them. Because I was just like, look, this is too much for me. I'm not spending thousands of dollars to get DLC weapons in a video game that I paid $60 for. That was ridiculous. The maps were, cool. The specialists are cool. I think they're the best done in any Call of Duty game. They're cool because they still require a little bit of skill. Because Black Ops 4 specialists are just free kills. Black Ops 3 specialists, on the other hand, you actually kind of have to know what the fuck you're doing and have a strategy for them. You can't just say, oh, all right, Purifier lit, I'm going to fuck everybody up. All right, because that's Black Ops 4. And this one, you have to be like, all right, I got to be a little more tactical with it. You can't be good with every specialist in this game, unlike Black Ops 4. The maps are cool, the guns are whatever, but what I really liked about this game was Spectre and how badass he is, and zombies. That's the only reason it's here. Lackluster campaign, average multiplayer, just very, very average multiplayer. You know, the jetpacks didn't help either. If it was boots on the ground, it would probably be higher, but it's okay at best. And the pick 10 system was kind of shit, in my opinion. The perks were, We really haven't had good perks since Call of Duty Ghosts. That's another thing I really liked about COD Ghosts was the perk system. But yeah, we haven't had a good perk system since then. And jumping into another really average Call of Duty game is Finest Hour. I mean, I love this game. It holds a special place in my heart. As the first Call of Duty I ever played. I remember playing it, I was taken away. But, it just doesn't stack up to these other Call of Duties, It's so old. The campaign was fantastic, I'll give you that. There's a lot of memories I have with the campaign when we like Siege Stalingrad and stuff like that. The campaign was dope. How it had 3 stories. It had like British, Russian, American. I really liked the campaign. But I can't rank it too high because of how old it is. And yeah. And another one that's on the average tier is Big Red 1. Same reason. It's just super old. I like the gameplay. I never played online. Had a lot of memorable moments like the Battle of the Bulge missions and stuff like that. But it's just old, So yeah. It stays on the average list. But now we'll jump up into the good list. Good list, we're starting it off with Call of Duty World War II. And this is very, very controversial for a lot of people. Because at launch, it was a mess. It was bugs, headquarters didn't work, and a bunch of shit like that. It was a garbage game at launch. But I have a great deal of fun with it now. The DLC was fantastic. And the maps weren't as bad as fucking Ghost maps were. And I'm biased because I love World War II games. World War II games are some of my favorite ever. But yeah, you had great hit detection. The map, the sound design was amazing. The zombies was terrible. I will give you that. The zombies was trash. But I love the DLC weapons. The supply drop system was tolerable. There was no overpowered variant bullshit. It was just basic Call of Duty. The one thing I didn't like was basic trainings and how restrictive divisions were. But after the March update, it was great. The March update really fixed this game. It would have been in a disappointing tier if it wasn't for that March update. All right? Call of Duty Ghost updates helped it, but it still had that stain of these maps could be better. And I hated the whole glossy look of Ghosts. But, the graphics in World War II look great. They missed out on some opportunities to make it better by adding more factions. But other than that, it was cool. I really liked this game. The war mode was cool. It was average. And I really, really liked the weapons, the setting, the hit detection, the maps. And I really like this game, and I think it's the best on PlayStation 4. And then, another good Call of Duty, Call of Duty 2. This game is awesome, man. My first Call of Duty I played online was Call of Duty 2. I love the maps. I love the campaign. They don't make campaigns like this anymore. The campaign really stuck with me. And this is the first Call of Duty that multiplayer was big. I remember this, man, because multiplayer gaming on the PS2 was But when I switched over to the Xbox 360, I played Call of Duty 2 multiplayer, and I was like, dude, this is the shit. This is what I want to play. You had, cool classes, You know, they weren't like customizable, but you had like these cool classes and the cool guns, and the graphics were great. And I really, really like Call of Duty 2. It's definitely a good game. With that all being said, now let's jump up into the great games. And jumping up into the great games, we have Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, man, this game was badass. But the reason it's not in great and in the amazing category and it's in great is the overpowered shit. I did not like the overpowered shit, but it revolutionized COD. You know, you had all the customizable kill streaks, all the challenges for the camos, the call signs, the amazing campaign, the museum. You had all this cool shit, man. Amazing guns like the ACR, and amazing kill streaks like the AC-130, and you had the Scar H, which was my favorite gun in the game, the UMP, all these great game guns, camos, challenges, maps like Afghan, High Rise, Estate, Favela. Awesome maps, and I have so many memories on this game, and I really, really love this game. It revolutionized COD with the AC-130 kill streaks, all the kill streak customization. Like, this is exactly COD 4 on roids. The amount of stuff this game did for the franchise is insane, and it is a pivotal moment in Call of Duty history. But that's why it's on the great list. But what keeps it from the amazing list is the annoying, overpowered shit. No game will get you more mad than MW2. You have noob tubes, ACRs, these kill streaks. Every gun is amazing in this game. There really isn't a single gun that sucks. I know a lot of people say the F2000 is ass, but I really don't beg to differ. That gun, if in the right hands, could be pretty good. And then we move on to Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 is a great game. I love it. I love this, the support kill streaks, the specialist kill streaks, the assault kill streaks. I love that. That added so much more customization to the game. And you have great maps like Dome, and then you have the MP7, you have the ACR, the Scar L, which I always used as well. And you had a weird weapon system in this game that we haven't seen in a Call of Duty since. Maybe in Ghosts, but I don't really remember. You had like this thing where you wouldn't get headshots. You just rank up your gun to get camos. And you could get this thing, like, it wouldn't take up a perk slot. It would take up, like, a gun slot, like a gun attachment slot. It would, but it wouldn't. It was weird. Like, you had one called Kick, I remember. It would, like, give you no recoil, and that was dope. And then you have the great perk system carried on from Modern Warfare 2, which is also a great thing in Modern Warfare 2. The perks were awesome, and the pro perks and everything like that. That was such a great addition to the game. And this was a time when Call of Duty really, really innovated game to game. And then you have a great campaign which wraps up the story of Modern Warfare. And I hope they don't make a Modern Warfare 4 to ruin the story, unless they just do some Black Ops 4 action and don't have a campaign. But they said they will have a campaign, so we don't know yet. And then we're jumping on to Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 introduced a Pick 10 system, had a great zombies, the second best campaign in Call of Duty history, almost said Battlefield. And you had great guns. The Pick 10 system was awesome. It revolutionized Call of Duty again. And this was peak Call of Duty, in my opinion. This was a golden age. Last Generation is a golden age of COD. Alright? You need to understand how great Last Generation was of COD if you didn't play it. You had Black Ops 2, which had great kill streaks, great customization, added diamond camo, which was fucking dope as fuck. You know, you look like you're a fucking drug lord or some shit with this camo on your gun. It was insane. You know, you had wacky-ass camos. Cool shit like that. Like, the kill streaks were great. The zombies was fantastic. Mob of the Dead. Can't go wrong. The campaign, it can, like, branch off into, like, 2 different storylines if you pick certain choices. We've never seen that in the Call of Duty ever again. The multiplayer maps like Standoff were amazing. They had some weird gimmicks that they carried on from Black Ops, the original Black Ops. And I mean, you had the one with like the magma, which was badass. And you had the one that flooded. And you had Turbine, which was great. And I really, really love this game, man. The guns were awesome. My favorite was it looked like an XM8, but I love that gun. But now, that all being said, let's jump up into the amazing category. With the amazing category, guys, we have, kicking it off, COD 4. COD 4 has the best maps ever in any Call of Duty game. I'm sorry. It has the best maps in any fucking Call of Duty game. It revolutionized first-person shooters. Alright, this is the most revolutionary first-person shooter ever fucking made. You have the create a class system, which was created in this game. Perks, all the guns were badass. Who can forget the M16? It's the only COD to get remastered. That's his fucking legacy right there. Alright, the maps are fantastic, okay? They're the best maps ever. Vacant, stuff like that can never get old. The challenges to unlock camos was new. The campaign was amazing. Because back then, dude, you didn't see Modern Warfare shooters. They had some, like Ghost Recon and shit, but they weren't popular. They were like meh. The market was World War II shooters. And then comes this game, and it revolutionizes everything, dude. The class system is fantastic. The fucking time to kill is perfect. The guns sound amazing. The campaign is thrilling. Who the hell can forget All Gillied Up? One of the best missions ever in any game. This game is just the shit, dude. I love this game. And it was a shame that the remaster really couldn't do it that much justice with the addition of microtransaction bullshit. But, you know, it kept it simple. The kill streaks were great. Everything like that. And then we're moving on to the next one in this category. And that is Black Ops 1. I loved Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 is a shit, dude. You have Nuketown. You have this campaign that fucking fucks your mind, dude. The campaign is crazy. It has twists and turns. Great character acting. And it was like the first Call of Duty where your character actually like talked. You know? Like, he wasn't like a mute guy. He actually said shit. And you have Zombies, Kino der Toten Ascension, Call of the Dead. All this amazing shit. The multiplayer, which carried on from Modern Warfare 2, but got rid of the annoying shit, which was awesome. You know, you didn't have any annoying-ass quickscopers. No annoying-ass noob tubes. But you did have a FAMAS. But the FAMAS was cool, whatever. I love that gun. The maps are sick. You have a unique setting in the Cold War, Vietnam era, which no game has really revisited since then. At least that I know of. And, dude, this game was a shit, dude. The Zombies mode kicked ass. The campaign was amazing. The multiplayer was just so good. And I still play the multiplayer to this day. That's how good it is, alright? And then we're moving on to the best Call of Duty ever made, World at War. This is pinnacle of COD. Amazing sound design. It's dark, gritty, and you could tell that this Call of Duty stands alone in its aesthetic. No Call of Duty has ever replicated this aesthetic. None of them have. Really haven't. This whole like dark, like war is terrible tone has never been revisited since. And the fucking gore in this game adds to that. You can blow someone's fucking arm off with a shotgun, or just blow their head off with a sniper rifle. And the sound design is fantastic. It adds to that ultra realistic feel, dude. Like, you get a headshot and you hear that shit go splat everywhere and the crackle like a skull. Like, dude, this game was like hella violent. No Call of Duty has ever been this violent since this game. You'd light people on fire. The maps were fantastic. And they added the best game mode ever, Zombies. They had awesome guns. Like I said, the sound design was perfect. You carried on a bunch of good shit from Modern Warfare, except you had a lot of weird perks like shades. But you have awesome announcers, have a lot of character. Great campaign. The campaign was amazing. It made you really feel like you were in World War II. And it low-key gave you a history lesson too. That shit was pretty dope. But anyways, guys, that's my list and my tier of CODs. I hope you enjoyed. If you agree with me, leave a like. Give me your list in the comment section below. And thank you all for watching. This is your boy Cameron. If you're new around here, subscribe.